RIDDICK 3 2013. The film begins with Richard B. Riddick betrayed and left for dead on a desolate alien planet. Once crowned Lord Marshal of the Necromongers, he refuses to embrace their faith, leading Commander Voko to abandon him. Injured and alone, Riddick crawls across scorching terrain filled with deadly predators. He survives by instinct, stitching his wounds and studying the hostile environment. The sun burns fiercely by day, and creatures hunt by night. Stripped of power and army, Riddick returns to his primal nature. Survival becomes his only mission in this unforgiving wilderness. As days pass, Riddick explores the planet's terrain, learning its dangers and opportunities. He discovers abandoned structures and eventually finds a water source guarded by vicious alien beasts. In a brutal confrontation, he defeats a monstrous creature, proving his dominance once again. Slowly regaining strength, he adapts to the environment. He even tames a wild alien dog-like creature, forming a rare bond of companionship. For a man who trusts no one, this connection reveals a hidden softness. Yet he knows survival alone is not enough, escape is necessary. Riddick locates an abandoned mercenary station equipped with a distress beacon. Realizing he cannot repair a ship alone, he activates the signal, intentionally attracting bounty hunters. He understands that enemies mean opportunity. 2 mercenary crews respond, one led by the ruthless Santana and another commanded by the disciplined Boss Johns. Both groups see Riddick as a valuable prize, dead or alive. As their ships descend onto the planet, tension builds. Riddick watches from the shadows, preparing to manipulate the hunters who believe they are in control. Santana's crew is reckless and overconfident, eager for violence and profit. Boss Johns, however, is cautious and strategic, aware of Riddick's deadly reputation. When they land, Riddick immediately sabotages their plans, stealing power cells and weapons. The hunters quickly realize they have become prey. Fear spreads as equipment disappears and bodies turn up missing. Riddick moves silently, using darkness and terrain to his advantage. He observes their weaknesses and divides their alliances. The desert planet becomes his hunting ground, and the mercenaries struggle to survive. As conflict intensifies, Riddick communicates with Boss Johns, revealing knowledge about John's father, a former mercenary who once hunted him. This revelation creates tension within the group. Meanwhile, Santana's arrogance leads to fatal mistakes. One by one, his crew members fall victim to Riddick's ambushes. The hunters argue among themselves, their unity crumbling under pressure. The planet's brutal environment amplifies paranoia. Riddick's strategy is clear: weaken them psychologically before striking physically. The balance of power shifts steadily in his favor.
A soudaine storm approche, bringine catastrophique danger.
The planet's rainfall awakens deadly aquatic creatures that swarm the land during floods. Riddick warns the mercenaries that survival depends on cooperation. Despite mistrust, they form a fragile alliance. Together, they defend the outpost against waves of monstrous attackers. Gunfire and chaos erupt as creatures crash through walls and windows.
Riddick fight fiercely, demonstrating unmatched combat skill.
The storm transforms the planet into a nightmare battlefield where humans and predators clash under relentless rain. During the battle, Riddick's loyal alien companion is tragically killed, deepening his anger and resolve. The loss reminds him that attachment carries pain. Yet he continues fighting alongside the mercenaries, proving his leadership in crisis. Boss Johns begins to respect Riddick's strength and honesty. Santana, still driven by ego, refuses to trust him fully. As casualties rise, survival becomes the only shared goal. The group narrowly withstands the assault, but the cost is heavy. The storm subsides, leaving destruction and exhaustion behind. With the creatures temporarily gone, Riddick proposes a deal: he will help secure a ship if given safe passage off the planet. Boss Johns agrees, recognizing practicality over pride. Santana resists but is ultimately overpowered when Riddick confronts him directly. In a tense standoff, Riddick spares Johns, proving he seeks freedom rather than unnecessary bloodshed. Control of the situation shifts decisively. The mercenaries realize that killing Riddick would cost them their only chance of escape. Cooperation becomes unavoidable. Riddick pilots one of the ships while Boss Johns takes another. Before departure, Riddick offers a final warning about the dangers of chasing him again. His eyes reflect both menace and weariness. The desert planet fades below as engines ignite. For a moment, silence replaces chaos. Riddick has survived betrayal, beasts, and bounty hunters through sheer willpower. His legend grows stronger with each confrontation. Yet freedom remains temporary in a universe that constantly hunts him. The film closes with Riddick returning to the Necromonger fleet, confronting his destiny once more. He reclaims authority through strength and fear, proving he cannot be easily erased. Though he seeks solitude, fate continually drags him back into conflict. The journey on the hostile planet has reminded him of who he truly is, a survivor shaped by darkness. Power, betrayal, and survival define his existence. As stars stretch across space, Riddick stands prepared for whatever threat awaits next, guided by instinct and unbreakable resilience.